everybody. My name is Lisa. Today I'm going to help you potentially win your Toastmasters speech evaluation contest. And if you don't have any interest in a contest, I hope this speech today will help you improve your evaluation skills. I've given it twice now. Once to my Bay Area Toastmasters group, Talk of the Town, and once to my second Toastmasters group, located in Boulder, called Speak Easy Toastmasters. Last year, I had the fortune to make it through 3 different levels of evaluations in the evaluation contest in my area. When I made it to the finals, I remember that they were talking about, now we're going to introduce 3rd place. And I was like, oh, please don't let it be me. Please don't let it be me. Please don't let it be me. And it wasn't. I was really excited. So they went on to 2nd place. And I was like, please don't let it be me. Please don't let it be me. And it wasn't. And then they got to 1st place, grand champion. And I was like, please let it be me. And it wasn't. What? Well, anyway, after I got over the initial 10 minutes of disappointment, I was really proud of how I did and all the work I put into performing to the best of my ability. Now let's rewind a bit and talk about preparation. One of the first things you want to do is look at the judge's sheet. There is a lot of great information on there, and the point system is laid out. And if you don't know the point system when you go in, you're probably going to lose some of those valuable points. I also watched 8 YouTube videos. I read countless articles from fellow Toastmasters who had won in the past, and I even tracked down an award-winning evaluator who lived in China, and it was great talking to him. He also eventually came to our Toastmasters group to share even more of his expertise. A win-win. Fellow Toastmasters, I believe that I have come up with a possible winning strategy for the evaluation contest, and I'd like to share my secrets in pursuit of competitive excellence. So today, we will zero in on structure of a winning evaluation and how to rise above everyone else. Let's talk about prep work before you even open your mouth. One of the things you want to do is when you get your pre-sheet evaluation, make sure you put the speaker's name, their title, and then a plus, minus, plus on there. That's where you're going to put down your positive comments and your critiques. If the contest is in person, then you always want to know where is your speaker located before you give your evaluation. You don't want to be the one up there going, Janet, your speech today was really, right? Also know where your timer is. You don't want to get eliminated because of time. Let's talk about what you actually say. Your intro. Don't just repeat what the speaker spoke about because we all were there. Also, you're going to get bonus points. Not literally bonus points, but you will look more professional if you gear your intro toward the entire audience, not just the speaker. Here's how you do that. I'll give you an example. Fellow Toastmasters, we're all worried about obesity. As Mark just said, we're in danger of joining the 75% of Americans who are overweight or obese. I know that none of us, especially me, want to be disabled at age 70. See how I brought everybody in? Then move as quickly as possible to the body because this is where it counts. You're going to start with a positive, and I don't mean to be rude, but I don't like to spend a lot of time on positives because they don't really help anybody except to make them feel better. That's my opinion. And I prefer to give 2 critiques, although I often find I run out of time to do that. So the critique that I do give, I want to spend a little more time on and be a little more thorough with. so that the speaker comes away with a message for improvement. With your critiques, make them as specific and as unique as you can. That means if you can help it, if you can think of something other than eye contact, do something else, because chances are your competitors are going to, more than one, are going to pick on eye contact. So notice something else a little more unique. Like, for example, your speaker might have used an amazing word and repeated it 3 times, which really brought home their message. But maybe they need to improve something about that, such as pausing each time they use that really key phrase without rushing ahead. You also really want to demonstrate for the speaker what they can do better. And let me give you an example. Let's say your critique is, John, I loved your speech. I think it could be improved even more with some passionate delivery. What you want to do, Toastmasters, you really want to explain the why you're saying this. Not just they should be passionate. You might say it like this. John, you want to be passionate because your audience is taking clues about how you feel about the speech you're giving, and it is affecting how they feel as they receive your message. Then you would if you can, it would be great if you could demonstrate. You might say it like this. John, you delivered the line like this. 70% of Americans are now obese. Well, you could add more passion and more emotion to that if you were to say it like this. 70% of Americans are now obese. Pause. Connect. Finally, you want to end on another positive. And my little secret is end with something that's slightly more positive than the positive you started out with. Make it bigger. Next comes the in review section. And fellow Toastmasters, this is so important. I bet you didn't know this, but statistics that I read online show that 1 out of 100 Toastmasters fail to do the in review part of the evaluation. Well, that's okay in the meeting, but in a contest, you're going to lose out on 15 points. There's no way you're going to do well if you don't have your in review section. You want to sum up all of your positives and your critiques, and if possible, give a callback to action that the speaker can take going forward. I'll give you an example. Susan, your speech had scientific data to back up your main points. That really made me trust you as an expert. You may want to incorporate more passion through voice modulation and stronger gestures to further communicate to us the importance of weight control in our lives. I would like you to consider fulfilling the humor pathways next time, because you have a natural ability to relax the audience with very funny jokes. And then you come to the conclusion of your evaluation, Toastmasters. This is what I've made up a word for this, and I call it my zinger. You don't just want to end kind of like flat, right? Thank you for your great speech. It was really meaningful to me. No, you want to go out with a bang. Here's an example of a zinger. Now that I know that more than 20 grams of sugar every day can spike insulin and cause diabetes, I'm giving up my nightly ice cream. Grazina, I've always known that sugar was sweet, but thanks to your speech, I now better understand why being healthier at an older age is much sweeter. Now for some general guidelines, Toastmasters. I've already covered be unique with your comments, but also avoid platitudes. Nobody needs to hear that they are good. Their speech was great. Their speech was, using exaggerations, awesome, spectacular. That tells them nothing. If you get stuck with what to say because the speech is so good, oh, that's the worst, right? But if that happens, step back and take in the speech and see how it makes you feel and comment on that, the emotional impact of the speech and how the speaker might better rev it up to reach you. And if at all possible, keep a very brief outline as your final paperwork because you're going to need to memorize it. Don't get nervous if you forget anything. Just keep on going, but don't look at any paper. In a contest, I don't believe you even have the option of looking at paper, but in your meeting you do. It's always stronger if you can not look. I know the structure of an evaluation contest, and I think I know some of the secrets. But you know what? I didn't win. And that means I'm not as good as I really need to be and could be. I'm going to keep on trying with competitions because they help you grow. They help you grow in so many ways. Just studying evaluations, who knew there was anything to study about them? For me, it's saying my key sentences quickly and moving on to the next area without going into too much detail and then eating up all my time before I even get to the end. Toastmasters, practice in your meetings. Practice, practice, practice. Because if you take these tips and work on them, I guarantee they will be second nature when it comes your time to go for the gold. Thank you for listening. I wish you the very best of luck.